Polyamory. According to the dictionary, it means the practice or condition of engaging in more than one serious romantic or sexual relationship simultaneously with the knowledge and consent of everybody involved. And I'd like to underline and highlight this last sentence, with the knowledge and consent of everyone involved, because that is what differentiates polyamory from all sorts of unhealthy relating. So it's basically the capacity to engage in loving, in love, intimacy, and affection with multiple people simultaneously, as long as everybody involved is on the same page. So in practice, for me, what it means is that the only love I'm willing to engage in is unconditional and free. It's free from fear, from ownership, from expectations, from possessiveness, and from ego. When I love somebody, I love them because it feels good to me. It makes me happy and healthy. I don't love somebody to get something in return. That's a different transaction, and that's a natural flow of energy to give and take, but it's not love in its essence. When I love somebody, I don't own their body, I do not own their time. They do not own my body, and they do not own my time. We are acting like the only person who has autonomy and decision making over what I do with my body and my time is me. Not somebody else, not society, not higher powers, just me, and my own self-love dictates how I share my time and my body and any other resources I have with other people. And it's called polyamory because it's about love. Amory is love, and not about sex. Sex is part of our lives as human beings, and it's part of the deal, but it's not the only thing that we choose to share in polyamorous relationship. It's only and primarily about love, and sex is included, but it's not a must. So, strictly speaking, celibate people can be polyamorous as well. In my life, I've been polyamorous for most of my adult life, and I found that there are 4 practices that greatly enhances our capacity to engage in healthy long-term relationships without the drama, without the pain and suffering that we see in lots of relationships. Interestingly enough, these 4 practices are very useful and very beneficial to use in any relationship in your life. You don't have to be polyamorous to practice these and use them, because you can use these practices in your relationship with your family, with your children, with your parents, with your co-worker, with the neighbor next door, and it's going to greatly enhance the quality of the relationship and therefore the quality of your life. However, if you are polyamorous and you want to practice healthy polyamory, it is crucial that you practice and master these practices, because without that foundation, those practices as a foundation for you relating to yourself and others, you're basically going to be a time bomb and spread pain and suffering and drama all over the place. So what are these practices? What are these magic ingredients that I'm talking about? They're actually very simple. The first 2 you practice with yourself, so you can practice them anywhere, anytime. And the last 2 you practice with people in your life. And it can be any interaction, even if it's with a stranger in a grocery store or a service person. So it can be any interaction is a possibility and a chance to practice these practices. And they are practices because it's something that you're going to use in your daily life as you're going about your daily life. It's not something that you're going to dedicate time for or go study, and it's something that you're going to practice as you go along. Every single thought, every single action, every single reaction is a chance for you to practice these 4 practices. So the first one is know yourself and own your power. Because unconditional love starts in the mirror. So without knowing yourself and owning your power and loving yourself, it's almost impossible to love others the same way. Because the way we love ourselves is like a window that lets in other people's love into our heart. So by expanding that window and by eventually getting rid of that window, we're opening up ourselves to love. The second practice is to choose love. And we're going to talk about that in detail in another video. The third one is to practice being vulnerable. And the last one is to surround yourself with like-minded people or find community to support you on your quest. My name is Hala Fauzi, and thank you very much for joining me on this journey to love.